101 The One. It is a Tuesday afternoon, and we are chatting with our friend over at Great Big Graphics in Morrisville. Owner of Great Big Graphics is Nicole. A very good afternoon to you.
Hi, Frankie. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing these days?
I am hanging in there.
That's good. We had a couple of beautiful stretch of weather there that I'm sure you got a lot of graphics done. But let's talk a little bit about the folks that maybe you would do graphics for and they would install them themselves.
Well, yeah, that's a big thing. It's especially times of year like this when we're really busy. We're kind of booked out a little ways, and we still want to be able to help everybody. I have a really hard time saying no, Frankie.
Mm-hmm.
People come in the door and they really want some graphics on their truck, but I might be booked out 3 or 4 weeks, and they just need it now, or maybe it's going in the parade or, something. So something that I actually really appreciate is, especially with the smaller vehicles or a pickup truck, maybe where there's just graphics going on the door, is when folks are willing to install the graphics themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll still do the complete design. We'll get everything printed and covered and lines on it for measuring and everything else, and then I would just hand it over along with an install kit. If they don't know what they're doing, I can show them how to do it. And I love doing it that way.
Mm-hmm.
It keeps us moving. We're still getting everything out the door, but folks aren't having to sit around and wait for us.
Yeah, that's a great feature. And the fact that you actually show them, because it could be a little intimidating if you're not quite sure on how to install that.
It can be intimidating, and we actually made a YouTube video years ago, and I've got that on the internet, and it's really funny to watch because it keeps getting watched,
Mm-hmm.
even though I made this like 6-7 years ago. There's people
awesome.
constantly watching it.
Yeah.
But, it's not that difficult a process once you break it down, and, I'll show them, okay, this is the trick. Folks really realize it's just not that big a deal. Now, for some clients, for instance, Borns Energy, these guys have roughly 100 different trucks on the road, right?
Right, yeah.
And some of those trucks are pickups, no big deal, and some of those trucks are huge oil tankers. So like today, for instance, we lettered one of their oil tankers. We did the installation for them, but when they dropped it off, I handed the gentleman 3 sets of graphics for smaller trucks that he can install himself.
Okay.
So, it's like I'm still here, I'm still available if it is too daunting of a task. There's another client that we're working with right now. It's a company called Track Inc. They're out of Newport, Vermont.
Mm-hmm.
These guys specialize in snowcats.
Oh, wow.
It's so cool. But they have 2 locations. One's in Newport and one's actually in Wisconsin.
Huh.
They like using us for their graphics, but it's kind of pricey to fly me out to Wisconsin, right?
Right.
I tried, man.
I'm sure you did. Yeah. A little break.
So we're going to do all the installations here in Newport. We'll drive to their site. They'll pay us for travel. We'll do all the installations there. But for the Wisconsin graphics, I'm just going to prep the graphics and ship them out along with some instructions.
And you do that for other out of the area clients, is that right?
Oh yeah, we do, absolutely. Another really big customer of mine, HP Cummings. They're a contractor that handle commercial work, and they handle commercial work all over New England. And they're based out of New Hampshire. They have maybe a couple hundred trucks on the road, a dozen or so equipment trailers. So again, I make all their graphics, I ship them, and they have a body shop. They actually don't do their own installations, but they have a body shop there in New Hampshire that I ship these graphics to, and then they put them on for them. So it's a cool partnership. I'm still able to do all their work, even though I'm here in Morrisville.
No, that's great. That's super.
Yeah.
Just another great feature from Great Big Graphics. You're located in Morrisville, of course, greatbiggraphics.net. Check them out, locally owned and operated for all your signage, branding, whatever else you might need. It is Nicole over there at Great Big Graphics. Thank you so much for spending some time with us, Nicole. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Frankie.
Okay.
Have a good afternoon.
Yeah, you too. Enjoy.